Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all keeping safe. So, as predicted, I guess, we have been given the next Intelligence Annex, as you can see, titled Expertise. And it's the last day of the month, Tuesday, which I thought was going to come out last Thursday. And as I said in the video I did last week, maybe my assumptions are wrong. It's kind of my bad. But last day of the month, we have got it. And guys, I don't know what this is about. So let's just let's see what this is about. So it says here, agents, welcome to our Intelligence Annex, a sequence of articles where you discover the latest insights about upcoming content and features in The Division 2. Today we have the pleasure to introduce you a brand new progression feature, Expertise. We all know that getting the most out of your gear is important to any agent in the field, and sometimes a lot of planning and difficult decision goes into ensuring your equipment is maximised and ready for a fight. While we know this will be much clearer once you see it in action, we'll today do our best to explain this new feature through this first glimpse article. So what is Expertise? Let's have a look at this. Expertise is a new way for agents to further develop the performance of their gear, weapons and skill variants. Thanks to this feature, you'll be able to improve the grade of your equipment and directly increase their base stats for greater efficiency. Of course, this feature will be complementary to the existing crafting optimization systems to give you a new way to gain power while using your items in the field. Expertise will be available from the recalibration station in the base of operations or Haven through a dedicated new Expertise tab. So how does this Expertise feature work? With the new Expertise feature, you'll be able to increase the grade of an item, brand or gear set to increase its base stats. For example, with base damage bonuses for a weapon. The number of times you'll be able to increase the grade of these items will be equal to your expertise level. To earn expertise level, you will need to gain proficiency ranks by using an item, brand, or gear set in combat, or by investing resources into researching them. Once you reach the maximum proficiency rank for said equipment, you will become proficient with it. It is important to note that you may only improve the grade of items, brands and gear sets you are proficient with. Okay, so you need to get the maximum proficiency rank first. You'll then become proficient with it, and then you can improve the grade of that item that you're proficient with. Through this feature, we want to encourage players to experience new builds and playstyles without penalising those who prefer to stick to their favourite one. We will now share some more in-depth information about this feature and how you'll be able to develop your expertise moving forward. So if you take, for example, my current build, my skill build that you guys see me in all my videos using for all my footage, you'd expect that my grade on all of those items will be the maximum they could be. So that obviously I'll be proficient in all of them, but my grade will be the maximum as well because I use it all the time. Obviously, if I wanted to use something new, then chances are I'm not going to be proficient in that. I will need to increase the proficiency rank to maximum, and that way I'll become proficient, at which point I can then improve the grade of those items that I have. That's my understanding of it. Let's see what they say about it. Compatible item types. Expertise will be available for the following item types. Weapons, the Black Market, AKM, P416, SOCOM, MK, so all the weapons. Brands, Gilligard, Alp Summit, Armament, Walker and Harris, so all the brands. Gear set, Strikers, Battle Gear, Aces, Nates, Hunter's Fury. Nate items as well. Exotics, Lady, Liberty, Diamondback, etc. Skill variants, Explosive, Sticky Bomb, and specialization weapons as well. Survivalist, Crossbow, etc, etc. For brands and gear sets, you will develop proficiency for all compatible equipment in those sets at the same time. Okay, it is important to note that you don't need to acquire a copy of an item before you can start developing proficiency in it. You can always see all the possible items available for research in the Expertise tab in the recalibration station. As I said before, you can actually, with resources, you can actually, I think, increase the proficiency rank. Also, with the new content being added to the game, the pool of compatible items will increase, and therefore your capacity to develop your expertise level further. Another good reason to discover and enjoy new equipment introduced with new seasons. So, I mean, this is the first real confirmation that we are getting new equipment with new seasons, and I think this is the first confirmation we've got that there are new seasons. I think Yannick before had said that we were getting at least one new season. I'd obviously covered the fact that we were getting more than one based on Pally Hofstein's tweets from ages ago, and that would include new, I think it's a given that we were going to get new gear and new weapons and stuff, but this is the first real kind of confirmation of that. So gaining proficiency with items. An item's quality and type determine how many proficiency points it needs to reach maximum proficiency rank 10. There are 3 different ways in which an agent can develop proficiency on an item. using the items in the field and getting kill XP with them. By getting kill XP while compatible items are being equipped, you'll earn proficiency points for each of them. Equipping several items from a brand or set will increase proficiency points earnings for the specific type. Donating matching items. You can donate any item that matches the one that you want to develop proficiency with, for example with similar gear set, brand or item. Or donating materials. You will also be able to leverage your precious stash of material and currencies to increase your proficiency, with rare elements yielding better results. It says, while donating items or materials could be a good way to quickly progress, you will also be able to passively earn proficiency points just by playing an activity within the game. As long as you have compatible equipped items, you can check your current items proficiency levels at any time in the menu, or join the recalibration station to review all of them and what items you may miss from the current collection. So here's expertise level and usage. As you gain proficiency ranks in more items, you will increase the expertise level of your agent. You will need to reach a certain number of accumulated proficiency ranks to level up. All expertise and proficiency progressions are account-wide. That's important. For every level of expertise, players gain increased ability to upgrade an item using materials. This works much like the optimization feature, but instead of increasing a particular attribute towards a max value, you instead get to increase the base stat of the item. This increase improves the item's grade. However, note that items may only be upgraded if the user is proficient in that item by having reached max proficiency rank. Players may upgrade any given item as many times as their current expertise level. Upgrading each category item has an effect that is tied to item category. So for weapons, it could be 1% increase to base damage. For gear, 1% increase to base armor value. Skills, 1% increase to base damage, healing, status effect, duration. And I presume that it will be more than that, depending on how much you increase the grade by. Obviously, they've not given us a minimum. I presume the minimum is 1%. They've not given us a maximum here, so we don't actually know how much we can increase the grade of each item by. It's not going to be unlimited. Important information. Current values are a work in progress and may be subject to changes based on future balance and needs and PTS feedback. Agents can continue to level up their expertise level by ranking up of all the items available to them. Each time new items are added to the game, the maximum expertise level also increases. Okay, our ambition with the expertise feature is to give newcomers and experienced players alike an opportunity to get better rewarded whenever they use their favourite items or want to try something new. We're looking forward to showing you this new feature in action and to hear from you during the PTS to help us put the finishing touches on its balancing. Glossary. So expertise, the name of the new feature, allowing you to upgrade your gear, weapons and skill variants. Expertise level, agents level with the expertise feature. Proficiency rank, how proficient you are with a specific type of item, maxes out at 10 ranks, and we don't actually know how long it would take to get 10 ranks. We'll find that out. Proficient, reaching max rank in an item type. Proficiency permits upgrading of items of that type. Grade, individual item upgrades displays on your item, for example, Lady Death grade 2. So we know at least for here that there's at least a grade 2. I presume it's going to go up to maybe like grade 10. So you'll maybe get like 10%. Although, as I said before, the actual numbers involved in this will need to be tested in the PTS. It says, that is all for this Intelligence Annex. Next time around, we will provide you more information about the improvements we are currently working on for our seasons, which will be implemented starting from next season. Okay, now that has me intrigued, because for me, seasons are okay. Like most games that are live service, seasons, like Destiny, for example, seasons are okay, but I do feel as though that seasons in this game have missed the mark quite a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I don't partake in because it's not for me, like time trials, and I do think they need to do more with seasons, so I'm hoping what they've been working on with seasons will be pretty good. It says, if you haven't already, keep up to date on the latest news and communications by following us on etc, etc. So there's no news here, guys, about the December apparel event that we're meant to be getting. I suspect we'll maybe get some news on that. Maybe it might even be Thursday. It could possibly be next week, next Tuesday, next Thursday. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Now, we did know that they were going to do something to have more progression in this game. Now, I previously said that maybe they'll have a level 50 and we'd have to go up to that. Some people didn't like that, some people did. There was a leak about that, and that's what I kind of covered. Personally, I quite like that. I just like leveling up regardless of what it is. And if this is the way that they're hoping to do that, by allowing you to level up the grade of each weapon and each individual piece of gear that you have, then I'm all for it at the end of the day. If it means that I'm going to be playing more to make my stuff better, then then please, then bring more of this. Obviously, it means that if you do want to maybe try out a new build and you want to get the maximum from that build, you are going to have to use it a lot, or you're going to have to donate resources in order to get proficient in those particular items or weapons or whatever it is, and that way you can then increase the grade. No, we don't know how much it's going to, how much time is going to be needed here to increase those proficiency ranks or get those grades up. I presume if it's anything like the way they do season levels, it's going to be fairly quick, but we'll have to wait and see, and I'm sure it'll be tested out in the PTS. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks very much for watching. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I got to admit, I mean, it's been a long time coming to hear some news, especially on like level and progression, and this looks like a good system. Let me know what you think. Epic out.